What if I told you that your entire house could look absolutely beautiful and ready for the holidays in just half an hour? Not someday, literally today. Most people think they need an entire weekend of scrubbing, exhausting work, and cleaning marathons to get their home holiday ready. But here's the thing, that's completely wrong. I'm Marcus, and on Seniors Cleaning Hacks, we've discovered something that changes everything. You can have a home that looks like you spent all weekend cleaning, but you'll only spend 30 minutes. Seriously, I've tested this, timed it, and I'm about to show you exactly how. So if you want to stop wasting your weekends on endless cleaning, stick around. And please hit that subscribe button right now because we're sharing the best shortcuts that actually work. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Step 1. The mindset shift. Understanding your brain's cleaning blindness. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain is working against you when you try to clean. Let me explain what this means. Growing up, cleaning was a massive production in my family. When Christmas arrived, the entire household turned into a cleaning factory. Everyone was scrubbing everything until it was perfectly spotless. It seemed necessary, right? You just assumed you needed to do this. But years later, I discovered something shocking. That's actually unnecessary work. Here's the real secret that professional cleaners know. They understand how our brains work. Your brain does something called olfactory adaptation. Basically, when you're around your own home every single day, your nose stops detecting smells. Your bathroom might smell pretty rough, but you genuinely don't notice it anymore. It's the same with clutter. You become blind to mess that's been sitting around for weeks or months. Your guests will see things you don't even notice because you're too used to the surroundings. This is actually helpful information. It means you need to do two things. First, find a way to see what your house actually looks like through fresh eyes. Second, use products and techniques that work quickly so your brain blindness doesn't matter. That's what we're doing today on Seniors Cleaning Hacks. Pro tip, take a photograph of your living room and kitchen. Look at that picture on your phone. You'll be shocked at what you notice that your eyes completely miss in person. Do this right now before you start cleaning. It helps you focus on what actually matters. Step 2. Prepare your cleaning toolkit. Before anything else, you need to set yourself up for success. This means having everything organized and ready. Get yourself some good gloves. This sounds simple, but it matters because gloves protect your hands and give you a psychological boost. You feel like you're ready for business. Put them on first thing. This is your signal to your body that cleaning time has started. Next, create what I call a mobility caddy or tidy container. This is literally just a large bucket or basket that holds all your cleaning supplies. But here's the important part. It has space in the middle. When you find items that belong in other rooms as you're cleaning, you put them in this container. You don't leave the room to put things away. Everything goes in the caddy. Then you distribute items to their proper places as you finish each area. Professional cleaners work fast because they stay in one zone and don't waste time running back and forth. Gather your supplies: spray cleaners, disinfectant, glass cleaner, dust cloths, and whatever else you normally use. Everything goes in this one container so you have it all with you as you move room to room. Make sure you have good lighting. This helps you see what you're actually cleaning, and it also helps you spot areas you might miss. Clean surfaces look better under good light anyway, so turn on all the lights in each room before you start.
Step 3. Tackle the bathroom, the hardest room. Let's start with the bathroom because it's usually the toughest room to handle quickly. The toilet challenge. This is where a lot of people struggle. First, spray your toilet generously with a disinfecting cleaner all around the bowl. This is just the beginning. Let it sit for a moment. Now here's something critical. If you have family members who stand while using the toilet, there's usually splash damage happening around the base of the toilet. Spray around that entire bottom area, especially where the toilet meets the floor and along the wall beside it. This isn't just about appearance, it's about dealing with odor issues from those splashes. If your toilet hasn't been deeply cleaned in a while, it's time to use toilet cleaning tablets. Drop a couple in. These work while you move on to other tasks, so you're using your time efficiently. Get in there with a brush and make sure you're cleaning the entire inside of the bowl, including under the rim. Quick tip, place a fresh tablet in the tank after you're done. This way, every time someone flushes, the toilet is being refreshed. Is it the most environmentally friendly option? Probably not, but do you want your home to be fresh and clean for your holiday visitors? Yes, that's the priority right now. The shower and tub. This is where the spray and forget method becomes your best friend. If your tub has soap scum buildup, hard water stains, or general grime, don't start scrubbing. That's wasting your time and energy. Instead, grab your preferred bathroom cleaner and spray the entire shower or tub area thoroughly. Really coat it. Then, walk away. That's it. Let the cleaner sit there and do what it's designed to do, break down the buildup. You can come back in 10 to 15 minutes and rinse, or you can just leave it for the next person who showers. Either way, the cleaner is doing the hard work for you, not your arms. Counter and mirror strategy. Clear your counter by gathering all the bottles and products you use daily. Put them in a container, cosmetics, medications, whatever you actually use. This one container can be hidden away quickly, and your counter looks instantly spacious and clean. For mirrors and glass surfaces, use a foaming glass cleaner. Spray it on, let it foam up, and wipe it away. The foam does most of the work for you, and you'll get streak-free, shining glass in seconds. Don't forget the sink and faucet. Spray, wipe, and shine. Your bathroom will instantly feel cleaner.
Step 4. Master the living room and common areas. This is where most of your time is spent because it's the biggest space your guests see first. Creating clutter stations. Most homes have the same type of mess accumulating in the same spots. Dog toys pile up in the corner, kids' toys scatter across the floor, papers stack on tables. Your secret weapon is strategically placed baskets throughout the room, one for each type of clutter. You're not organizing perfectly, you're just containing mess. Put a basket near where toys usually pile up. Put another basket for papers and documents. These aren't permanent solutions, they're temporary holding zones. At the end of the day or week, you deal with what's in them, but for right now, they hide the clutter and make your space look controlled. The tidy caddy advantage. Remember that container we talked about? Use it constantly as you move through this room. If you find something that belongs in the bedroom, put it in the caddy. If something belongs in the kitchen, it goes in the caddy. You collect everything as you go and distribute it once in each room. This prevents you from leaving the room multiple times. Dust efficiently. Use a microfiber duster or electrostatic cloth. Just swoosh it around your light fixtures, shelves, and furniture. Don't worry about moving things or being perfect. If there's thick buildup, do a quick spray first with a dust release spray. But for regular maintenance, the duster traps particles and makes everything look fresh. Visual check. Take a moment and look at your space with fresh eyes. Can you see the floor? Can you see furniture surfaces? If yes, you're doing great. Sometimes just clearing the clutter and dust makes a space feel 80% cleaner, even if you haven't deep cleaned everything. Step 5. The kitchen. Organize and shine. You have about 8 minutes for the kitchen, and more than half of that is going to be handling dishes. Dish management. This is non-negotiable. Dirty dishes make a kitchen look filthy no matter what else is clean. Get those dishes either into the dishwasher, into soapy water to soak, or washed immediately. This single task makes the biggest visual difference. Once dishes are handled, your counter gets attention. Use your tidy caddy to put away anything that doesn't belong in the kitchen. Use your clutter basket for items that are always piling up there, mail, keys, whatever. Counter cleaning. You want one product that works on multiple surfaces. An ammonia-free glass cleaner is perfect because it works on glass, stainless steel, and most countertops without damaging them. Use one cloth and one product for your counters, your appliance fronts, and your backsplash. Everything gets that shiny, streak-free look in seconds. Appliance shine. Wipe down your stovetop, your refrigerator front, and your microwave. These are the biggest pieces in the room, and when they shine, the whole kitchen feels cleaner. Step 6. Flooring, the final impact. Flooring is what ties everything together, and you can handle it quickly. The spray mop revolution. Forget bucket water and traditional mops. A spray mop is literally a game changer for speed. Keep it loaded with your preferred solution at all times. You can mop your entire kitchen or living room in literally 1 minute. 1 minute. Spray as you go, wipe, and move forward. Spills, sticky spots, or general grime, gone in seconds. Robot vacuum optional. If your budget allows, consider a robot vacuum for ongoing maintenance. Yes, they're expensive, but if you're someone who values not having to spend time on cleaning, it's worth thinking about. You start it, and it handles your floors while you do other things. It's not cheap, but it's an investment in your actual free time. Step 7. Eliminate odors, the final touch. Remember that olfactory adaptation issue we talked about? Your nose is lying to you about how your house smells. Simple solutions. Light a good quality candle, vanilla, evergreen, or cinnamon, whatever smells like the holidays to you. The smell matters because when people walk into your home, scent is one of the first things they experience. The simmer pot method. If you want to look extra put together, make a simple simmer pot. Combine items you already have, dried fruit, cinnamon sticks, cloves, whatever's in your kitchen. Put them in a pot of water and let it simmer gently. Your entire house will smell amazing, and it smells like effort and care. It tricks people into thinking you have your life completely together. The goal isn't necessarily authentic. The goal is creating an experience. When people walk into a home that's clean and smells fresh, they think you're organized and on top of everything.
Step 8. The complete timeline, everything in order. Let's recap the actual timeline so you understand how this fits together in 30 minutes. Start with bathroom preparation and let everything soak. While sprays and tablets are working, move to living areas and handle clutter and dusting. This takes about 12 minutes. Next, tackle kitchen dishes, counters, and appliances. This is 8 minutes. Return to finish the bathroom, rinsing and final touches. This is 5 minutes. Finish with floors throughout the main areas. This takes 3 to 5 minutes, depending on space size. Light your candle or start your simmer pot in the final minutes. Total time, 30 minutes. Your house looks amazing. Step 9. The daily habit, maintenance mode. Here's why this system actually works long-term. Once you establish this routine, your house never gets that bad because you're doing it daily. When you spend just 30 minutes a day maintaining your space, you never reach that point where you need a massive cleaning overhaul. Small messes stay small. Dust doesn't accumulate. Clutter stays in your baskets instead of spreading everywhere. The beauty of this approach is that it's sustainable. You're not burning out. You're not spending entire weekends on your knees scrubbing. You're just doing quick, smart maintenance that keeps your space guest-ready at all times.
Final thoughts. Here's what I want you to remember. Having a clean, organized home doesn't require you to be a cleaning obsessive or to spend all your free time scrubbing. It requires you to be smart about your approach. Use products that do the work for you instead of relying on elbow grease. Work efficiently by staying in one zone and not running around. Understand that your brain is playing tricks on you about what's actually clean, so use photos and fresh perspectives to guide you. Most importantly, understand that having a peaceful, clean home is completely within your reach. You don't need to be a perfectionist, you just need the right systems. If you found this helpful, please do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. We're dropping new cleaning hacks and life management tips regularly on Seniors Cleaning Hacks. Each video is designed to save you time and make your life easier. Share this with someone who needs it, your friend who's stressed about holiday cleaning, your family member who's overwhelmed, anyone who deserves to know that cleaning doesn't have to take over their life. Like this video if it helped you, and drop a comment below. Tell me, what's your biggest cleaning challenge? What room do you struggle with most? I read every comment, and your feedback helps me create the videos you actually want to watch. Subscribe now, And I'll see you in the next video where we're diving into organizing systems that literally change your daily life. You deserve a home that feels peaceful and put together. Thanks for watching Seniors Cleaning Hacks. See you next time.